everybody. Welcome to another episode of Farist Feature. That's right. Hi, Daniel. How are you doing
Hi,
today?
I'm good. I have no questions about Fartist. I
Oh,
just fully
perfect.
accept it at face value. I'm ready. I'm ready to be
Listen,
the Fartist feature.
you belong. You belong here. That's the case. Welcome on in. Yes, if you're just joining us for the first time, we're here with Daniel Kibblesmith. Hi, how are?
I'm
Hello.
good. Yeah, I'm good. Our kid doesn't sleep, so I'm a ghost in my own body. But other than that, everything's cool.
I also don't sleep.
Oh, great. We'll get along great.
Gonna get along swimmingly. Yeah, no, we're normally into the weird wee hours of the morn.
Mhm.
So this is an odd time. People probably be like, yeah, you're day walking today. I know it's terrible.
Mhm.
Oh, did your thing just correct? Okay, I don't know. I'm seeing both of us go in and out, so I
I'm
wonder if it's a
okay.
StreamYard thing. You're fine now, but for a minute it was just circle. So I
Oh,
wonder if it's a StreamYard thing happening because I saw mine flash for a hot second too. So
I'm so
weird.
sorry. No idea. No idea. I will try
Yeah.
not to
Oh,
look in the circle again.
that's okay. Listen, we can roll with it. You become a circle, I'll become a triangle, and
Love it.
then we'll just become a weird man. Perfect. Let's go say hey to chat for a hot second. All the way from 12 p.m. This must have been days ago. It is GT Key Comics. What's up, GT? Here as well, pinned on top here is a link to your latest issue for Volume 2, Number 5 for Darkwing Duck. You can pick that up through Dynamite. I also have a link in the description to pick up the whole rest of Volume 2 if you guys want to go and do that. But yeah, you can go ahead and pre-order that. And then Gacy, what's up, Gacy? Two of your favorite things in one spot. Katie and Darkwing Duck. What? Let's go. Darkwing is such a good series. It's always been a fun series. I love it. Let's see. Jay coming in with the apparitions. That's right. We got Michael in the
Sure.
chat. What's up, Michael? Yeah, I know. We made it to the end of the chat. Don't worry, there'll be way more people popping in here. Well, I don't know.
Oh
It's
yeah.
1 p.m., so let's find out.
Works for me. Yeah. I mean, more apparitions is fine too. If
Oh,
yeah, when I get
that's right.
specters
Uh,
and
Perfect. They
EVP
come into
going
the
on.
right show for this.
Yeah,
Clearly, I like horror. So, all
sure.
right, we're gonna make it weird. Yes, a ghost in your own bodies. That's right. That's right. That's how I
Yeah, I
feel
mean,
right now. I feel like I'm just being moved
you know
along
what? It's going
ghostly.
around. It's going
Yeah,
around. It's
it is.
2025 vibe.
It is a week. This whole year, it's almost May, and that is baffling me beyond no end. And I'm
That
like, I
can't be
don't know what
right.
happened.
I don't think that's.
No,
I don't think
I know.
that's.
I'm like, what? I'm like, no, we're just starting January. Where's Halloween? I missed all of that. What happened? No, we need to slow down 25. What's up, Six Face? All right. We made it through introductions. We did it. We did that. I know. Now well, kind of, because we're about to make it weird. Boom. I know.
Let's do it.
Bam. It's all about you today.
Oh, I'm gigantic.
You are gigantic. Listen, I can
Magnificent.
make you even gianter. Let me tell you,
Sure. No,
even
I
more
believe
gigantic.
in your
I know.
powers.
For sure. Oh, we got Angela in chat. See, what's up, Angela? Hi. All right. Before I start choking, it's dry in here. Hi, Daniel. Hello.
Hello.
We're gonna get to
Hi.
know you. So please give us an introduction. Who are you? What do you do?
These
Let
are
the people know.
these are huge questions.
I
Who
know they're
am
so
I?
huge.
My name
Yeah.
is Daniel Kibblesmith. I am currently scripting the Darkwing Duck series for Dynamite. It's very much in the spirit of the original television show, of which I'm a giant fan and grew up
Oh, yeah.
watching. Yeah, I was the age to get hit by it really hard, and now I'm sharing it with my kid. So, and she's very Goslin-esque.
Oh.
Spirited is the word that Darkwing creator Ted Stones uses. Spirited. So I too have a spirited daughter, and it's been nice to be able to incorporate those feelings from my life, my love for this television show, and get to work with Brandon Stein, the artist, who I'm just a huge fan of.
Oh, it's I've said this before a bunch of times. So I actually had Tad Stones on for the Kickstarter, and I am so excited to see a whole bunch of properties from the 80s and 90s kind of get this whole refreshed just resurge coming in here, and it's so exciting to see that because this is some of my beloved stuff that I grew up. My bro and I used to watch all this stuff growing up. You know, heck, we used to wrestle each other watching these cards, like, as you do. Oh, you got muted. Uh-oh. Listen, there's spirits all about, and they are just all up in our technology today, wreaking havoc on us. Oh, what's up, Kev? How are you doing? Hi. No. Uh-oh. Oh, snap. Okay.
Okay, I'm switching to the onboard mic, the laptop mic. So
okay. All good. I can hear you. That works.
Important.
Oh, okay. Hold on. All right. Let me just try to boost your mic a little bit now because it's a little low from the last time. So hang on a second. Let me try doing that. Go boop. All right. I'm gonna bump you to 200. Let's see what that does.
Okay, this is Daniel Kibblesmith at 200. Is everybody emotionally prepared for me to be coming in at 200?
I don't know. Let's chat. Are you ready for this?
We'll let the chat determine if 200 is a little too much, maybe.
I don't think so. I think they're fine with it. Listen, they know what they're getting into when they come to the fart show. I know.
We're winging it, man.
We're winging it. Listen, I tell people all the time, pun. This is not a pro show stream. You're coming out here. This is if you're going to have technical difficulties. This is.
I haven't stopped. Yeah, I don't. No, people don't know. Off mic, we had technical difficulties right before this. Yeah, I had to restart my browser, and we were a little late. And
yeah, no, that's fine. But yes, it works at 200, and we love chaos. See, listen, just perfect.
This is a good gang. This is a good crop.
Yeah, it's a good time here. I know. We get silly. It's fun. That's what we like to do here. So yeah, you were talking about Darkwing Duck. Man, I am just having so much fun, especially all the properties that Dynamite has. But I'm loving the crossovers too. So I'm excited. I really hope for Darkwing. I really hope there's going to be some interesting things happening with this series because you are involved. The Kickstarter just ended for all the omnis of the original stuff, and then you have now Volume 1 and Volume 2 from Dominite, which is really amazing. So. I'm very much excited for this. So can you get into a little bit of Darkwing Duck, what's happening in Volume 2?
Yeah, sure. So our goal with this series was to do less of a serialized comic structure story and more of a back to basics animated television structure story. So we have a very light serialized element throughout our entire run, which is about Darkwing Duck writing his own autobiography, of which he is an incredibly unreliable narrator, and realizing that he can't finish his autobiography until he knows who his arch enemy is. So Darkwing is very loosely on the search for his arch enemy, the villain that will define his heroism. But issue to issue, they're very much self-contained one-issue stories, beginning, middle, and end, because we wanted them to feel like new episodes of the TV show or lost episodes of the TV show. So every month on the comic stands, you're going to get a new supervillain, a new story, beginning, middle, and end. If you're a young reader, or if you have a young reader living with you and they miss issue 2, you can just get them issue 3 and they won't have missed anything. They don't need to catch up on anything. It's really just what if the Darkwing Duck television show was a comic book is all we're aiming for.
I love that. So I kind of very much enjoy stuff that's kind of like the one-off or you do like a little mini series kind of thing, which is very kind of cool. And also I like that you could pick these up at any time because that just kind of reminds me of old school TV where you just got whatever episode popped in at the time.
It's true. We did not have the godlike power that children have. So like I'm going to watch Bluey and then Frasier and then The Last of Us, and it's all in the same machine.
And then that was hilarious. If you ever have to describe to somebody today about having to watch the TV Guide channel for like 3 hours to figure out what channel, but then you always miss the channel, so you're stuck there for another half an hour, and then you miss more stuff. No, I don't think people could comprehend that today.
I'm never giving them up, but in my garage, I have every episode of The Tick on VHS that I had to buy from eBay.
Yes.
Pre-DVD, and I believe some of the episodes weren't available for some time. So there was a period of history where I had all of the episodes, and some of them were not were not available. And in the streaming era, that is something that is starting to happen as we lose access to that kind of thing. But I grew up in that era of like, this is the story that is available right now. So that's the kind of Darkwing Duck comic that we're writing. It's like, you find it, it finds you, beginning, middle, and end. Hopefully you remember it fondly forever.
Yes, I very much like that. Yes, we got fans of The Tick. I love The Tick. The Tick was so much fun. That was such an interesting show when that came out because it was kind of just like wacky and amazing. And you're just like, oh, this is Tick the Max. Oh, I was devouring all that stuff when it came out. It was amazing.
A lot of overlapping fans too. A lot of Tick fans are Darkwing fans because of that combination of sophisticated comedy, but also superhero genre introduction.
Oh, for sure. And that's a kind of, it was interesting too, because that was a lot of people's intro into comics was not like the Superman, Spider-Man. It was like the weird off-brand characters that were on TV and they try to figure out what was going on in there. I love that. And to me, it's anybody gets things reading, thinking, or doing things creatively, I'm all for it. Let's go. And speaking of that, what's Jay saying? That's good. Glad to see the self-contained stories return to comics. Writing for the trade leaves new and young readers in a tough spot. Listen, I love the one-off stuff. Like, sometimes you need that too, because you're on a break for just reading so much stuff. A lot of times you forget storylines, like especially if they're coming out like 2 months, 3 months later on. But I love the little one stories, like nice, but they all feel like they're all part of the whole like volume, and I love that. That's where I kind of lie.
Yeah, that's what we're going for. And I found out later that the Saturday morning cartoon series of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics is very similar. That those are also, if you like Darkwing Duck, those are doing a similar thing. I got them from the library. They're in trades now, but they're also great. And if you like those, you'll probably like our Darkwing Duck.
Oh, like I know there's a lot of people in chat that I know for sure have loved Darkwing Duck since they were, probably our age watching it when it aired on TV. Because I when that came out, like there was that whole era of just like Chip and Dale's, DuckTales, like it was just kind of like a magical time, and I was just
Earth of a Disney Afternoon. Yeah, it was
so much fun. Yeah,
it was an after-school renaissance. It really dominated kid culture. You'd go out on the playground, and everybody had a working vernacular, and that is something that is different about the streaming era. Is that with such limited options, you had a lot more monoculture. So everybody, boys, girls, ages maybe 2 to 17 knew about Darkwing Duck. Like had a working understanding of Darkwing Duck and probably knew the costume and the catchphrases and got the song for sure.
Oh.
And then if you were really lucky, the video game.
Yeah. Oh, the video games were amazing. I love those to death. But yeah, I say school playground. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing any one of those theme songs. To this day, people are going around singing, DuckTales. You hear it, you go woo woo.
No, it's like a Pavlovian response. I'm sure some of them, probably DuckTales. I'm sure some of these are in karaoke binders, and I encourage people to go bring the house down.
Oh my God! If they're we need that. If I don't know where Roscoe is, but we're definitely gonna do weird karaoke day when the Comic Con coming up. Let me tell you, that's happening. And Michael, thank you. Yes, please like and share the stream. Yes, get this out so we can get more people talking about Darkwing Duck. Let's go. So this is fun. So when did you start your journey on the Darkwing Duck? Like, what was that? How exciting was that for you when you decided, when people were like, hey, come join us?
It was a surprise. I pursued it because I saw that I knew that there had been a Darkwing Duck series going, and I assumed that it was still going. And I also saw that Jeff Parker, a writer I'm a big fan of and am friendly with, was doing a Negaduck series concurrently. So I back when Twitter was Twitter, I slid into the DMs of Dynamite editor Nate Cosby, and I said, I'm a real big Darkwing Duck fan from way back. That's one of my bucket list properties. So if there's anything I could, if I could do like a Megavolt one shot, if I could do the Untold Tales of Liquidator, I'm game. I will do backup stories, whatever, a Bushroot Infinity comic, digital exclusive. I'm down for whatever. And he said that actually the only gig available at that time would be to do the flagship series. Are you interested in that? And I said, yes, absolutely, let's go. And from there, we were pretty much off to the races. There wasn't a lot of brainstorming or, you know, red tape with the property holders. It just kind of, everybody was on the same page about what this needed to be.
Looks like I got, let's see, Jay is saying he was a big fan of Jeff Parker and Agents of Atlas.
Really good book. Yeah, super fun.
Let's see. Six Face says, you like the 2 or 3 book format for stories. If you want to make trades and they need to be released just as trades. I'm a huge fan, like the one-shots or just like a little mini-series. To me, I always collected those instead of full runs. And I don't know, there's something about that. They're just more like interesting stories to me in those little tiny things. But yeah, no, I'm a huge fan of that.
Yeah, I have a couple of those under my belt. Lockjaw is 4. Black Panther versus Deadpool is a mini. I think that's 5. Loki's 5, but it wasn't supposed to be a mini.
Oh.
No, it just, you know, didn't sell very well.
Oh, you know, sometimes it happens. It's okay.
Very often.
Look, now you're on Darkwing Duck. You know, dream job. Let's see. You missed the shared culture experience of the 80s. And yes, it's very interesting, too, like how kids are growing up more than, like, we were just, like, outside. We had to fend for ourselves all day.
I was outside a lot more. Or I was playing Earthworm Jim 2, which is also a very time-stamped reference.
Oh no, trust me, we're all the same age. We're all, listen, we know to come in when the lights go on. Yeah. But no, this is exciting. I very much love that. That's also, we got a lot of like creators and artists in chat too. What is your, because you said Darkwing Duck was kind of like a project that you wanted to do. So I'm curious to the guys that are in chat that are creators, what's a project that you as an artist or a writer want to work on? Like something from your childhood? What's the one thing that you guys want to do? I want to know that. Tell us that.
Great prompt. Yeah. Drop some dream jobs on us.
Yeah. I think, like, because my favorite comic book of all time is Marvel Team Up 96, which is Spider-Man and Howard the Duck. I'm obsessed.
Oh, yeah, I've read that.
Yeah, I love that book. That's my favorite comic in my collection. I have multiple copies of that. I would love to do a stupid, wacky Howard the Duck story. I think that would be so much fun because nothing beats that movie.
You should don't let go of that dream. And I have also done, that was the first funny duck comic I did. I also did a Howard the Duck story in the Howard the Duck 50th anniversary issue with the framing device by Chip Zdarsky and Joe Quinones. That one.
Amazing. All right, we got Man Thing. Kev, I kind of knew you were gonna go to Man Thing. That is your dude. That would be fun to see.
Very similar. Howard the Duck adjacent.
Yeah, CJ coming with Caligula graphic novel. Wow.
I bet that exists. It's probably Italian, but I bet that exists.
I really think that does exist. Yeah. Let's see. Jay come in here. It would be Gem and the Holograms.
Great choice.
That needs to come back. I believe.
Great choice. And there are some pretty good Gem and the Holograms comics out there. I've heard. I haven't read them, but I know there's some good ones.
Yes. Oh, you know, I would also like to do something with Hordak. Hordak is my.
Okay, sure.
Duck meets Hordak. Let's do that crossover. I'm gonna do that.
I think I can picture Hordak. I don't know the He-Man guys very well.
Let me here. He's right there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's who I was picturing. Yep.
Yes, you can't be. Listen, I love that guy. Gru, nice. I like Gru.
Gru's a great choice. I didn't know that they ran Gru in newspapers. That's fascinating.
Oh, Gru is I don't think people realize how long of a series that actually is. It's huge. No, it's a very long running. Yeah,
it's a big thing. I think it's still going in some capacity. Like I think they put out little stuff every once in a while.
Sergio Argone still like goes around and does stuff, but yeah, he does. I think Gru stories every now and then. He does another property too that he goes and does, but I think he's still doing some Gru stuff.
That's outstanding. Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, the continuing adventures of Hordak. That's right.
Of course.
People need more Hordak. Let's go. What's up, Austin? Austin, if you just popped in here, we're asking the creators and artists in chat if you could have any property from your childhood that you would want to be a part of to create today. What are you going to go with, Austin? I want to know this. What's up, Tat? How are you doing? But yeah, this is exciting. I love talking about this kind of stuff.
People get really excited. Well, because it's passion projects, you know, like everybody has that kind of dream gig, you know, that character that just really speaks to them, or that they think they can crack, you know, something that's never been done before.
Yes, very nice. So you're currently on issue 5, which is on pre-order. I believe it's going out in June for 5. I think so. Let me see. What do my notes say?
That sounds right.
Yes, June. Yeah, June. How long does this series plan on running? Are you just going to keep going with it until we figure that out?
Well, if you look in the titles of number 1, it says 1 of 12. But
okay.
you know, this is the world of comics. So, you know, we do fear that if people do not buy it in volume, that we might not make it to 12. We also hope that if people buy it really aggressively, you know, maybe get one for your kid, one for your niece, one for your nephew, one for yourself, an extra one to put in a, you know, Mylar bag. Then, you know, maybe 12 doesn't have to be a hard ceiling. Maybe we can keep this going for like a little while. So I'm not going to run out of Darkwing Duck ideas. I don't think ever. So if you guys are enjoying the series, just keep picking it up. Ask for it at your local comic book store. A lot of comic book stores are reluctant to carry IP comics or kid-friendly comics. But this is really just in all ages. You know, I'm in my 40s. These are stories for me. My kid is a kid. These are stories for her. So yeah, ask around. We'll keep doing them as long as people are buying them.
Oh, I think Darkwing and all those properties kind of have like, it's just so much fun that you can kind of do in these, because you can really do anything. You can make new characters, you can bring back old characters, but they're just these fun little stories that read as TV series, like cartoons, and you could really just continue to do anything, which is fun. But listen, when you have more than one kid in your house and you're trying to buy a children's book, you kind of need more than one copy because they don't usually last anyways.
Yeah, especially comics, you know, those are meant to, I know that, you know, you're supposed to put them in the bag and board or whatever, but I really think that one of the reasons I think that we've had this explosion of popularity in manga and long form graphic novels is because you can throw them in a backpack, you know, that there isn't this cultural pressure to treat them like rare baseball cards and, you know, issues of Action Comics #1. I do think that comic books were sort of designed to be destroyed in the early days, and that was a big part of their success. So yeah, if you know, if for your collection, of course, lock it up. But if you're buying one for a kid, you know, make sure they know that they can beat the crap out of it.
Oh, I have my most beat up comics in my collection are some of the ones I've had the earliest, and it's a Beetlejuice comic, TMNT comics, the Adventure comics, Barbie comics, and there's some other ones, but they are straight up beat.
Of course, yeah, missing covers.
I hit my brother with them a few times. You know, that's what you that's what you do.
Yeah, kill a spider. You know, I didn't know Beetlejuice comics. Was that a time with the anime?
There's a whole bunch of them from the '90s. They're straight up from the cartoon. They're fabulous.
Sure. So the like Darkwing Duck style, like
yeah.
There's an animated series, and these would be the companion.
Diamond, get on that.
Hey man, call me.
I'm reading the comment right there. But yeah, no, that was a fun series too. That was another one. I keep forgetting about it. Then I see the comic every now and then, like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that series. But yeah, this is a good question from Six Face. Because the Diamond thing, has volume gone down significantly with the move from Diamond, or did you guys just transfer over pretty much to a different publisher?
Totally above my pay grade. You know, I'm the writer, so I don't get direct reports about numbers or anything like that. And you know, I'll ask my editor like, "Hey, do people like it?" And he'll say like, "Yeah, it's good." And then that's, you know, I just write the script until they tell me I'm not allowed to anymore.
That's it. That's fine. I could ask some other people for you, Six, that actually have to do with the Diamond stuff. But because that would be interesting too. Because I know a couple really small like indie companies that went under because of it, because they couldn't, you know, but it happens. But hopefully everybody is finding a new place to do that.
Here's what I'll say. I think I would have a bigger and more consistent career if I had even a basic understanding of this business, instead of kind of just hanging out, and you know, being a team player. So let's find out.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm actually very curious too, because for a long time, because Free Comic Book Day was through Diamond, so people thought for a long time that it wasn't happening, but it is in fact happening. So I don't know what's going on with that, but there are
That
several
makes me
issues.
very happy.
Plus the Demona, there's a Demona issue 0 for Free Comic Book Day, so go check that out. But
Oh yeah,
that's one of the ones I really want to pick up. I'm
Disney
psyched for that
Afternoon.
series.
Yep.
Yes. Austin's coming in with it. He wants to do a Jurassic Park in modern day. Interesting. Yeah, let's go. I would like to see you do that in your style. Let's go.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's
I'm
see.
sure there have been Jurassic Park comics, but I've never seen one.
There was a Topps issue, like a 4-issue Topps.
That sounds right.
Series
That sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah. You never beg a Voyager comics. You regret nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, live on the edge.
We got a question for Darkwing here. Will you be creating and introducing any new characters in this series, and how does Disney and or Dynamite handle the creator rights of new characters? Oh, that's very interesting.
Great question. I don't know about the rights. I mean, most of my work is work for hire. So when you create a new character, it is contracted to be the property of the company. I think that if you create a particularly significant character and that character becomes like a big movie franchise character, I think that writers have negotiated sort of like special consideration contracts and things like that, depending on the character and the company. But I've never reached that point, even though I badly wanted Durf from our Loki series to be in the 4th Thor movie. Hashtag Durf for Thor 4. And then when I wanted Griffin Newman to play Durf in Thor 4, it became Griff for Durf for Thor 4. sorry. Hashtag Griff for Durf for Thor 4.
Clearly, it had to be that.
Never made it that far.
Yeah.
As for new characters, we're only on issue 5, so there's more than 5 great Darkwing Duck villains, and right now our focus is just on delivering that experience, the thing that you're picturing when you hear there's a new Darkwing Duck comic. Because I'd love to introduce new villains to the Rogues Gallery. I think the Rogues Gallery is one of the most iconic in all of superhero-dom, outside of comics even. It just I put it up there with Batman, Spider-Man, Flash, FF is another great Rogues Gallery, and Darkwing right alongside them. So I'm not bored of those guys yet. You know what I mean? So like I'm not averse to introducing new characters, but we've only got 12 of these, and I want to see Megavolt at least twice. You know what I mean? So it hasn't happened yet, but stay tuned. The more of these we get to make, the bigger the scope and the ambition is going to be.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's going to be happening too, because this is already volume 2. You have the Negaduck series as well that's happening too, but that Kickstarter that came out for the Omni, that was massive. That was huge. So many people flocked to that because they really wanted that. They were craving the Darkwing Duck
just
stuff.
Real quick, flocked is also a pun. I just want to make sure we name all of them whenever we let one go through. I want to make sure that we acknowledge the puns.
Okay, chat. Acknowledge all the puns when they come through. But yes,
winging it, flock to. I'm sure there's more on the way.
There. I hope so. I really, I like a good pun, which is fantastic. Yes, the Shearer ones as well, which is interesting too, because that's kind of what got me into art and comics in the first place, was those golden books like that. Barbie had them too. Yeah, it's fantastic.
They still make those for like movie tie-ins. Like you can get Captain Marvel as a golden book at Golden Apple Comics. You can get Captain Marvel as a golden book.
Let's see. It's saying you would love for Cold-Blooded Chameleon Commando to come back. Whoa.
That's a deep cut. I consider it to be a deep cut. And no spoilers.
Oh, dang. Nice. Wow. Amazing. What's up? How are you guys doing? Yes. What's happening? Yes. Oh, wow. I just got like 500 things just went.
Great. Okay. Hello, 500 people.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yes.
Would you like
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Good catch.
I can. Oh, there's Roscoe right here. I was just telling Daniel, if we were running around Motor City, we're gonna have to do weird karaoke, but to the theme song of all of our beloved series.
Yeah, if you can find Darkwing, I feel like DuckTales is probably a good bet. Chippendale, maybe. Get into those karaoke binders. And you know what? A lot of karaoke places have the YouTube hookup now. So you can get anything, because those are all fan created or, unlicensed. So yeah, you can get anything on karaoke if they've got the YouTube hookup, and you do a whole Disney afternoon, medley.
Oh, we're gonna just be walking around the con just singing these things. We'll probably go out to people and just start singing it and see who we can get to go, sing with us. I know. Stay dangerous, everybody. Yes, fan expectations. Listen, the things with fans with these series is they're so beloved, and I think they will never go away. Is because people just absolutely adore them, and it is so fun to see people introducing these things to their kids now. And I absolutely am here for that. And I love that, because that's just what's going to continue these properties going on longer and longer. Yes, Henry is being nice and dropping the link here. This is the pre-order right now for issue 5. And you could go get that right now on Dynamite. It will be releasing in June. You can pick up their whole rest of the series as well. Delete the other link that's down below. Yes. Oh, snap. That's right. Oh, Tailspin. That's another one that people don't really talk about too much, but that was such a fun show. I love
Tailspin's wild. Yeah, Tailspin's wild. By virtue of doing this project, I have revisited not just Darkwing, but incidentally, you kind of can't help but visit all of them. And yeah, Tailspin is fascinating. I would love to see them just taken, like 101 Dalmatians and turn it into like a narrative adventure show. Just like what other
love that. Yeah.
What other movies we have sitting on the shelves that could turn into like an Indian Star Wars?
You never know what's going to happen. Just keep continuing, like the Disneyverse, just go throughout it, which was kind of interesting as well. Kingdom Hearts, which was fabulous.
That's a great example.
We brought more people into the thing. If we come out with a really good Kingdom Hearts for right now, man, you're just going to be people going bananas.
My understanding is that there's a 4th one in the works.
That's what I've also heard. So, there's going to be some interesting things happening if that's the case, because they've acquired way more properties since the last of those games came out. So.
Yeah, they're going to meet Elemental.
Yeah.
Be something like that.
It would be. Maybe that's where your character shows.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
That's right. Jay needs at least 2 fingers of whiskey bourbon to go on. Listen, we can make that happen. We can have
that's a
nerd karaoke.
That's a
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, yes, of course you do. I would go sake, but yes.
Oh, listen, you're becoming friends with Jay here, but yes, we do love. Soju is also amazing. That though, you only just need a little bit of, but yes. Oh, Henry's go-to will always be Johnny Cash. Listen, now I want nerd karaoke night. This is happening. We're going to do this somewhere.
Yeah, work it out. Yeah. Henry walks the line.
He sure does. Let's see. What? Fantasia. Okay, Fantasia is another interesting one.
Great idea.
Fantasia 2000. There's a whole bunch of cool characters that happened around there.
Yeah,
I
great idea.
Very much love that.
Yeah.
Well, it's also the same thing with heavy
metal.
Yeah, that kind of happened with heavy metal too. Like they did the heavy metal original one, and then they branched off with Tarna going everywhere. But then they also did the 2000 one, which is based off the book I have down here.
No kidding. Yeah, I don't know very much about it. I think I saw some of heavy metal when I was a kid, and I was like, probably not supposed to.
Probably not. But yeah, no, it's just fun. It's just like interesting animation. There was a whole bunch of that like adult styles from the 60s to the 80s. It was just kind of fascinating to see.
Yeah,
all the Bakshi stuff.
But not heavy metal. I've seen Wizards and a handful of other things.
Yeah, some good things in there. Fire Nice is if you're just want to watch an animated show just to look at the animation style, just go watch them, because it will really get you into just wanting to draw some stuff yourself. Oh, you gotta lurk. Listen, I love all the lurkers. You're welcome here. And Sarah, let me tell you, we ever meet up for a con, we're gonna be in our shark onesies and we will do karaoke together. Let me tell you, this boom, that's gonna be happening. Let me tell you.
We'll walk towards the group of shark onesies if I see you guys.
Oh, please, yes, we will be doing all the dorky things. Let me tell you.
Did not know there was a uniform. I will keep my eyes peeled.
It changes. I have a pug onesie on my door right now. But yes, you gotta listen, there's no greater shenanigans than when you're running around a con all weekend in a onesie. Cause yes, let's go. Yeah. Listen, I don't need it either. Let's go. You know what was fun? We used to host karaoke nights on here, and I remember we used to sing all kinds of dumb stuff. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Boat. Yes, we sang the "Manana" a lot. Yep, that one.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's what we did for a hot minute. Yes, I know.
I mean, the words are fairly easy. You know, the lyrics are.
I think everybody knows that, whether you know it or not. You just kind of just start singing that, like you know, like the details. But
contagious.
I love this comment right here.
Contagious.
I love this comment right here from Tank. After seeing this interview, you're going to get the new Darkwing Duck comics for your kids.
I really appreciate it. I would love it if everyone did. They are, you know, appropriate for children. I think that if you right now, as an adult, enjoy the Darkwing Duck TV show, revisiting the reruns of the Darkwing Duck TV show on Disney Plus, you will like this comic. If you have a kid in your life and you want to put Darkwing Duck in their hands, they don't need screen time. They don't need to ask their parents' permission. Just go for it.
Yes, you're a hard sell. Okay, so the link that I just put out right now is the link to everything from your volume 2 for Darkwing Duck. So if you missed issues 1 through 5, you can go ahead and just go pick those up now because they're still available. There's all kinds of cool covers. There's just interesting stuff happening on those, which are quite fantastic. Because I will actually pull up I'm gonna pull it up and go look at some of those in a hot minute. But Henry, let's see. You just realized you've been doing cons wrong. Yeah, listen, onesies is where it's at. You want to know why? You put the onesie on. It's kind of like a costume, but you can get away with more stuff because you're more movable. Shenanigans, because guess what? You put that hood up, you can do whatever you want.
You're in the wind, baby.
Bam, that's right. Sarah, you interviewed someone from Darkwing Duck comics a year or so ago. It was very fun. Yes.
Very cool.
Yes. I
wonder if it was me. I don't know. A year ago, it probably would not have been me.
Could have been. Or Tad or somebody else. Amanda, maybe. But no, Tad was so adorable. Actually, I know Roscoe was such a huge fan of Darkwing Duck. I had him co-host for me. I think I made his day that day. But it was, he's so, like, when you talk to somebody that either creates things or just has such a passion for what they do, you could see it when they're talking. And I love seeing that. And he's so lovely.
Tad's an extraordinary person. Yes. And a great storyteller.
But wow. Okay, so you're going to end up getting a lot of purchases from Tank if that's the case. He has like 83 kids or something. Yeah, listen.
Yeah, I have no objections to this.
Yeah, I don't either.
It seems reasonable.
Okay. There are blanks to this too. You have some colorized ones, some white ones. I think there's purple and orange ones available. But yeah, you guys have blanks. So if you guys like characters, which is fun, because you could pick those up and then take them to cons and then have your favorite artist draw, you know, whatever you want on there, which is great. Let's see. You want to find some foster home for imaginary friends books and Grimm's Adventure. Listen, I love Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That was such a fun show. I love anything that gets like weird, crazy, creative creatures in it. And yeah, no, that was amazing.
Foster's is amazing. And I just dropped something in the private chat. I don't know if we can put this in the public chat. But if you bring me a blank, this is what it looks like when I try to draw a Darkwing Duck.
That's adorable. I don't know what you're talking about. Here, let me drop that in here and on the Twitter. But oh my gosh, no, that's hold on. Let me move this over here, and I'm gonna show this off real quick.
Sure.
Come on, this is cute.
If we can get this on cam. So yes, I will be at San Diego. I probably will not be tabling, but I will be present at San Diego. I should be present at New York Comic Con as well, also not tabling. But if you bring me a blank, you know, if you find me on social media or something, I'd be very happy to draw a something to this effect.
This is adorable. What are you talking about? Listen,
there's our boy. It's incredible. He
is the terror. Listen, he's fabulous. He's ready for some action. I love it. This is adorable. Yeah,
they've got
this.
Tad Stones doing covers. They've got Mark Bagley doing covers. They've got our interior artists Brandon Stein doing covers. But it's really unclear why they haven't also asked me to be doing covers when I'm capable of work of this quality.
Clearly, you need to be on covers. This is
I think
fantastic.
so too.
This is adorable.
I think so too.
Adorable.
As long as I don't have to draw a car or a horse.
Oh. Challenge him now to draw a car and a horse.
No, don't. You can't. I won't do it. Yeah, go nuts. I'm not going to do it.
That's awesome. I love this. I'm going to leave this up here for a hot second.
Sure.
Favorite karaoke is Come Together. Nice. Okay, Courtney Take has a lot of children. Perfect. They can buy a lot of comic books. Amazing.
83, if I'm not mistaken.
That's 83. Maybe counting. We don't know. Dressing up as Michael Myers is yes. Listen, that's why a lot of people I see at cons just pick the Michael Myers outfit because you put a mask on, no one knows who you are.
That is true. And then sort of in that same category is being like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 host. Wearing the union suit. Being a I've seen a lot of Waluigi's, purple overalls and a black turtleneck. That's that's onesie adjacent, I would say.
Mm-hmm. I see way more Deadpools like over the last 10 years.
That makes sense.
Interesting because it just turns into Deadpool con. But listen, you just put a costume on, especially when you don't show your face. You just listen. You can do whatever you want.
And they're in stores and stuff. Like they're $27. It's fine.
Listen, that goes a long way. Yes, sketch covers. They come in. There's, I believe, Volume 2 has the white one that I know of for sure, but they also have a purple. The Negaduck one has a couple covers too that are also really amazing, but they're colored ones. Mm-hmm. And then I know there's a purple and an orange one. I think I've seen a green one somewhere, but yeah, they're really interesting.
Yeah, our series for sure has blank white, blank purple, and it also has some color yourself line art covers as well.
That's it. Listen, just look at him, majestic. Mm-hmm. And then Henry in here, who's up for a new tattoo? That's right.
Yeah, go for it. Full permission.
Tom King, eat your heart out. Look at this.
Yeah, he was. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, Tom King was partially my inspiration for putting this up because I think that his iconic take on Batman, really opened the door for writer artists, writer artists like myself and Tom to really get our stuff out there.
Let's see. Sarah thinks she remembers it might have been Jeff Parker, who she interviewed on her show.
Great possibly.
Dude. He is the terror that flaps in the night. That's right. Listen, I like all these people coming in here. I love it. Hi, Brian. How are you doing? And let's see. Tank. Yeah, you better get to work. You have get to earn a ton of money for your 83 kids for all those comic books. Whew, that's some pricey stuff. Yeah. A horse that listen, how is he not in the Dinobots?
I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm really sorry. I can't do it. I don't know how to do that. I can draw Darkwing Duck. I can draw Mega Man. I can draw Garfield a little bit.
Oh, Garfield. Nice.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I can draw Garfield. Yeah.
You buy at least 4 of each issue for your kids. Dang. You're single-handedly putting comics in business.
Yeah. No, keeping the shops open is good. I think that they really appreciate that.
Okay. Good question from Kyle here. Do you derive any inspiration from Dan Rosa? Oh, Carl Barks.
Great question. Not for this, because one, I am just the writer. So if I were a cartoonist, I think that I would think much harder about what they do that is so complete and just perfect, for lack of a better word, perfect comics. From a writing perspective, those are very much like, they feel kind of like Sunday strips, like a lot of panels, like kind of very European friendly. Whereas this really is just what if we took the 1990s Darkwing Duck TV show and turned it into a modern day episodic comic book. So I take inspiration from everything that I'm a huge fan of, but not directly for this.
Yeah. I love that. Here, let me take this off of here for a minute, and then we go back to our.
There's our boy.
Right there.
There's Megavolt inside.
There is our boy here. This is for one of the covers for issue 5, and I like that. I love this story because we have way more people. We're actually up to 66 people watching now.
Fantastic. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we want to talk about a little bit what Volume 2 is about, because you said it in the beginning, but I know there's way more people in here now. So
sure, yeah, I can recap for the new watchers. So Volume 2 is episodic issues of Darkwing Duck. Every issue feels like a new or lost episode of Darkwing Duck, and then very loosely it is serialized with this element of Darkwing writing his own autobiography and trying to figure out who his archenemy is going to be so that he can figure out the ending of his autobiography. And I don't think I mentioned this before, but every 3 issues, Darkwing is reading us a chapter from his autobiography. So he gets to be the unreliable narrator, or as he tells Goslin, the fun, reliable narrator. He gets to go into his own purported past and read a story that he claims is true about, for instance, in issue 3, how he learned martial arts, which is sort of our throwback to the sequence in the Secret Origins of Darkwing Duck episode where you see him at the monastery. So issue 6 will be another chapter from his autobiography. Issue 9 will be another chapter from his autobiography. So yes, stay tuned. So you're going to have a lot of episodic villain fights, and then interspersed with that are these little faux flashback stories.
Yes, very cool. And we actually have another question. This is actually asked earlier, but Kelly just came in now. So if you want to just talk about this a little bit, he wants to know if did you introduce any new characters? Sorry if you already answered all this.
No, I mean I can continue talking about this. I haven't yet, because what we're all really focused on is just bringing back Darkwing Duck. I think that there's so much in play that we're huge fans of and that we know people want to see. And I feel like before I introduce a new character, I have to do my Taurus Bulba issue. I have to do my Jambalaya Jake issue. I want to see Kumail Chameleon before I introduce any new characters. So it's a huge honor and opportunity to get to do stuff like that. But I'm not running out of characters that I love to bring back in the medium of comics. Some of these characters we haven't seen, more than once or twice in 30 years. So that's really the focus, is just revisiting and elevating everything that we've missed.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love when like a little mini series or something else, you go back and you see those characters you don't really see that often. That's kind of why I like them the most, because the villains are my favorites. I say this all the time.
Villains are
weird little villains, bring them to me. My favorite team of all time that needs love, let me tell you, is the Inferior 5.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I need way more of that in my lifetime. And I love that because they're just so weird and out there. But that's in my characters. I love that kind of stuff.
Same. I think there's a lot of overlap between, Darkwing Duck, the Inferior 5. We mentioned the Tick earlier. Jordan Bloom and Patton Oswalt do a universe called Minor Threats, which is all about what it's like to be a C-list villain. What's it like to be a henchman? What's it like to be the kid of a supervillain? I love that. Great Lakes Avengers, Squirrel Girl, just all that sort of behind the scenes, between the cracks, with a dose of humor. That's what sparked me. That's what brought me into comic books. My first big comic book title that I collected was Excalibur, with all the Alan Davis covers that had the funny jokes and word balloons on the front. So for me, comics have always been lighthearted, but to a point, having real pathos and real drama and real stakes, but always with that little bit of self-awareness that makes it crackle.
Very cool. I love that. And I like this from Kyle too. He says, interesting. As a writer himself, he tends to get a lot of inspiration from artists. That's cool. I like that.
Definitely understand. Yeah. And, I'm also follow so many artists on Instagram that I actually hit the ceiling for how many people you can follow. Do you guys know about this? You can only follow 7,500 people on Instagram.
Yes, I've had this problem since 2 years.
Yes.
I don't even follow 7,500 people, but it's glitched out and tells
I
me
do.
I follow 7,501 people. Then I can go remove a bunch of dead accounts, and then it'll bump me up to 7,504.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
you're
know what
working
is
off of
wrong
bets.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I don't know. And so I'm very, very weirded out that it let me follow you today because you're probably in that weird 7,500 club.
That's good news.
Know,
if I didn't follow you back, now you know why. But you know that comes from like I'll get like I'll get like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trade from the library, and I'll look at all the variant covers in the back and follow every variant cover artist just because like, oh, this person's great, this person's great. I'll keep my eyes on them. I want to work with them someday, and then you end up maxing out. You end up maxing out Instagram. So I don't know, migrating to Pinterest, I guess.
Well, that was also weird because when you kind of joined it, it kind of linked you to Facebook and some other stuff first of all, but then it was bizarre. But if you follow hashtags, it also comes to hashtags as follows. Did you know that? I did not know that. But,
no, I had no idea. No, that actually
I had to
explains
go
a lot as well.
unfollow a ton of things, but yes.
Well,
no,
hey,
it's
God
just so
bless.
weird that happens. I don't know. But yeah, I'm also at my limit. And I don't listen, if somebody can have millions upon billions of followers, why can't I follow billions of people? Let me do that.
Totally agree.
I don't understand the logic.
I don't know how else I'm gonna, because that's my business card. When I go to the con, it's like, let me follow you on Instagram.
Yes. But yeah, that's the one thing that annoys me because I'm trying to connect with like people from the show, and it's like I feel so bad that I can't follow a lot of people that are on here. Like, I'm sorry, not me. Listen, I want to follow you. I can't. Oh, whoa. Oh, dang. Let's see. But yeah, thank you very much, Henry, for dropping all these links. Thank you. Oh yeah, yes, thank you. Yeah, see, that's another problem too. Like, you follow so many people on Insta to get covers from them on the other. Listen, that's a huge problem. I think I got a post from somebody because I thought they just disappeared for a long time. Apparently, I just wasn't seeing their things in my feed the other day, which sucks because when you follow people or things that inspire you to create things, like that's what you want to see all day. But yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah, here's what I'll say about social media.
Thanks.
Imperfect. I think that's fair. That social media is flawed. That's as far as I'll go.
Yeah, and then if to hit all these different audiences, you kind of need to branch out to a whole bunch of them. But I'm also kind of just moving around too because once I hit that 75, it's kind of hard to contact people. So then you're like,
absolutely. Well, I think right now, I joined because I have things to promote. I joined TikTok, and I'm back on Blue Sky. So yeah, whatever you guys use, I'm probably there. Hit me up. If I don't follow you back, I'd probably hit a max on something.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, no, I've had that same problem. But I've actually had to send people, when you go to click to follow and you get that button that pops up and says, sorry. I've actually had to send that to people because they didn't believe me I was at max followers. But
I get it. Yeah. I think somebody in chat just mentioned I also write children's books, and I think they might be referring to a children's book that we came out with in 2021 called Princess Dinosaur. This might be the one that they're thinking of.
Nice.
But another thing, if you have kids, that's another good one.
Yes. Here, I'm going to drop the link to your Amazon right now because I know you have a ton of your books on there as well. So if people want to go ahead and check you out, they can go ahead and buy some of the other stuff.
Please do. And I will also say Amazon has the most comprehensive list of everything I've done, but I do always encourage people to get it from a comic shop, get it from a bookstore. I think imagine walking by the bookstore in your neighborhood and seeing a closing sign in the window. I want you to picture that and then call them on the phone and order anything that you were planning to get from Amazon.
Yeah. Let's see. Can you buy books from your website, or does it just go to the Amazon?
I don't know. I link to Amazon, but
I'll drop the website link anyways.
The problem I keep encountering is that Amazon is the only place that lists everything. Bookshop.org is another great place to support indie booksellers if you're ordering online. But unfortunately, they don't have all of my stuff listed. So yeah, copy down the ISBN numbers, put them into Google, or call a shop near you that you want to support.
Yeah,
Oh,
Six is
thank you.
saying he wants to read your Black Panther versus Deadpool. Nice. I'm actually wearing Deadpool today.
No kidding. And I will say, before I got the Darkwing Duck gig, this is a spoiler for Black Panther versus Deadpool. Deadpool says, "Let's get dangerous" in the comic.
That's amazing.
So I've been gunning for this gig for a while.
Oh, okay. Listen, you did say it was a dream project, which I understand because I would very much love, like I said, to work on any of those properties that I talked about earlier. But what I want to do before we get out, because we've only been talking for an hour. Listen, you're welcome back here anytime. We can chat away.
Thank you so much.
We get so chatty. I know. But I want to go to the actual Dynamite site so that I can actually share off some of these covers that are on here, because there's some really cool ones.
Yeah, there's some winners in this bunch.
Let me see. Okay, so that's the volume 2. Okay, so this is everything that you have for your volume 2, because you've been on volume 2 yourself this entire time. So pretty much everything in here you guys can go pick up. So this is everything that's left over still, that's still being sold on Dynamite right here. So if you come down here, you have issue 1. There's some foils on here. Look at the Tad Stones. He's adorable. Oh, I love that he's got all the characters back there too.
It's really lovely. It's a great issue 1 cover because it really says it all. Like, here are your friends, they're back, and we're gonna have every bad guy.
Yeah, it's fun. I really like that. Look at her just ready to get down. I love it. But yeah, this is cool. But here's the issue 5 right here. And you have some really fun covers already. Like, they're showing the 2 here, but usually they drop a bunch of other ones along the way. But yeah, these are some good stuff. And let me see if I can just open here. Oh, not that one. Open it.
And
there it is.
Yeah, I mean, Chihiro Cagliosi and Nicoletta Baldari and Brandon Stein, obviously. The Nicoletta ones are some of my favorites, especially. I keep saying that they look like tarot cards. A lot of her covers make me feel like she should just do a Darkwing Duck tarot card sets, because they have these
fun,
kind of incredible sort of like, semi-symmetrical sort of like flowering compositions. They're all beautiful.
I love all the colors of these. I love the color scheme that happens in, the Darkwing Duck series as well. But, purple, yellow, oranges is fabulous. But
yes,
it's so fun.
A lot of Gothic Nights time, but also a lot of suburban stuff. During the daytime, Drake Mallard is wearing like a, sweater vest and a pink shirt, and he's on his, big green lawn and talking to the Muddlefoots. So yeah, I love the night day thing in Darkwing. I love the way that it embodies the 2 worlds that he's balancing.
Oh, for sure. I love. Oh shoot, what is? People try to call me.
That's him. That's Darkwing.
Yeah. Yes, very much Darkwing Duck. I love all these covers. They're fantastic, and this one's very cute. I just love these. So this is for your issue 3. Oh, it's so cute. I love this. This just takes me back.
Yes, this is the sad cover for issue 3. Yes.
Let me see here. Yeah, you got it very cool. I'm just trying to show off. Where did I see? Oh, I know. I don't think I'm posted right now, but I know that you can pick up the blanks as well from Dynamite. But I think that's linked through the actual Darkwing Duck series, just under Darkwing Duck. But yeah, if you guys want all of that, they're all available on here. Very cool. And you get foils. You can get all kinds of just the Virgin variants, the trade dresses. There's all kinds of stuff on here.
If you live in Los Angeles, I have signed a foil at Golden Apple. I don't know if it's still there. And I signed a bunch of 1s and 2s at Mega City 1 on Melrose. And they also had a blank at Mega City 1 on Melrose, which I did not yet draw a Darkwing Duck on. But if you buy it and bring it to me, I'm legally obligated to.
Oh, yes. Except for if it's a horse car.
Nope. Not going to do it. No, can't. Can't make me.
Oh, that's okay. Can't make you. I don't, hey, don't threaten me with a good time, as Jay usually says. But no. Let's see. Well, we've been almost talking for an hour now. Listen, time flies when we're always having fun. And I always love that the chat comes and participates in all of these, which was fabulous. The links to all of your things are down below. Go follow Daniel all over places. Pick up Darkwing, by the way, because this is just so much fun. Like, you're yourself as somebody that loves these things as a kid when you were growing up. Your children will love these things. I don't have children. I would just buy them for myself. So
both
what
work.
you got to do sometimes.
Both work.
Both
you know,
work.
I'm writing them for me. I'm writing them for fans. I'm writing them for kids. Everybody. Oh yeah! Shout outs to Comics Factory in Pasadena. Today's your last day. If you want to go grab some stuff on sale.
Yeah,
get out there.
Carl was talking about them the other day too. But yeah, go check them out. They're going to be closing tomorrow, so definitely go do that. Which is sad. I don't like it when shops close. That's terrible. But
nope. Well, we're working on it.
Rough time. That's why we need to buy these things from the actual stores. Go support them. Get them going. Really go hit up. Free Comic Book Day is my favorite day of the year. Like, I make it a whole day. I go to every shop that I can possibly think of. I always love supporting them and buying things from here and there. But yeah, you got to do that. Go make friends with your people at your shops.
Truly. And I'm one of those people who, I spend too much on it because I can't go in without buying something. I feel like buying something really is the price of going in and browsing. So yeah, if I'm just in the neighborhood and I want to step foot in there, I'm going to leave with, what was the last thing I grabbed? It was a Tom King. It was the Riddler One Bad Day.
Oh, nice.
Give me a little hardcover. I was just like, yep, this has been on my list for a while. Just gonna grab it and go get my haircut.
Let's see. No, you got to do that. I depending on where I'm coming from, I stop at different ones. Like, on the way home from the office, I stop at the one. I got another couple like around here. But yeah, no, I will forever always hit up back issue bin days. Those are the best. Those
also really fun. Yeah, also really fun.
Oh yeah. Also, sometimes when they have the anniversary sales, when you're around for a long time, they do an anniversary sale every year. So go check that out, because that's when I go stock up at A to Z, because you get some really good deals for that. And this is amazing, but you're late and it sure has been said, but let's get dangerous. And as Tad would say, stay dangerous. Yes. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, do you have any other cons or appearances that you want to talk about? We could be anywhere for Free Comic Book Day.
I don't have anything planned for Free Comic Book Day. I'll be at San Diego bouncing around. I'll be at New York bouncing around.
Oh, nice.
I also am writing a Rick and Morty event for Oni that drops in July, July 9th. So if you're going to your shop to pick up Darkwing Duck, you can also ask them to put Rick and Morty versus the Universe on your pull list. And I have a secret Marvel project that is not announced yet. But it's not. I don't think anybody's going to guess what it is. I think it's a total curveball.
Interesting. I can't wait to hear more about that. That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If you're at a con, just look for shark onesies. It's either going to be me and Sarah running around, or unless you want to join our shark onesie gang. Oh, you never know. What's up?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
More the merrier, I assume.
Oh, perfect. Piss is going to be cruising around San Diego. Nice. Very cool. Oh, got a question from Kyle. Do you have any Fantagraphics works?
No, I wish. I read all of that stuff. That's what got me back into comics, and then being back in comics in general got me back into superhero comics. But no, if I were like a much better cartoonist, maybe.
Listen, we saw your Darkwing.
Sure.
Listen,
sure. If they come calling.
One day. Listen, people are going to be requesting way more of your covers now, and now you are going to be the cover artist of Darkwing.
Obviously. Yeah, it'll be me and the Hernandez brothers. We'll just be keeping the lights on over at Fantagraphics.
Amazing. And secret Marvel project is the return of Power Pack. Oh,
I'm not gonna say, but that's a pretty good idea.
Let's see. Yeah, karaoke of sharks. That's right. That's what our might have a cocaine shark onesie. That is a movie.
I think what? If you believe in yourself, any shark onesie can be a cocaine shark onesie.
This is also true.
That's
yes.
On you.
I know. Listen, even if you're eating a whole bunch of powdered donuts, you're gonna be mistaken. It's this thing. Sharky.
There we go.
Exactly, Sarah. That's what's going to be happening. That's right. Oh, you just ran into Jamie the other day. Nice. Well, Kyle is usually
Unreal.
running around overall in the LA area.
Unreal.
At all the cons over there. So hopefully you guys get to run into each other all over the place. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
Lovely. I love it. Yeah. But thank you very much for coming on here, Daniel. I had a lovely
Thank you so
time
much for having me, and
with
thank everybody for the questions. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it's nice because it reminds me to say things that I would have forgotten to say otherwise. So I truly appreciate it.
Very nice. Wait, hold on. We just got an update on the Cocaine Shark movie.
Okay, we have
It was really called Narco Shark. They changed the name to capitalize on the cocaine bear thing. Eric technically created his comic prior. Interesting.
Okay, got it. Narco Shark is a good title, though. I think I prefer Narco Shark because of the sort of the rhyming, the sign rhyme scheme. Yeah.
I kind of like that, but they kind of banked on that whole cocaine animal thing. I think there is also cocaine sloth as well. Terrifying.
It sounds like he's just breaking even. Honestly,
he might just be walking normal.
You know what? No, you know what? I've seen cocaine sloths. They're called monkeys.
Oh,
yeah, that exists.
Oh, yeah,
that's a good one to go out on. Fun interview, guys. We're not going to top that.
Yeah, we're going to leave that one up there right now. But yeah, fun interview. But yes, thanks so much for everybody that was hanging in here. And I just saw that last comment from Pixel. I'm going to leave this one up here, though.
It's still going. Chat's hot. Chat's hot, but I gotta go.
It is hot. I know. Listen,
I'll see everybody next time for sure.
It's still super early over there. I'm gonna go get some food. I need some lunch. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna pop these up on screen anymore. You guys are hilarious. You're also getting very creative with your.
Here's what I'll say to the chat. Give these ideas away for free.
Yes, that's right.
Go illustrate these right.
There's a person out there waiting to make this movie. If they made that, what is that movie? It's a preacher, but it's a velociraptor. Oh, it's Velocipreacher or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
If they can make that, they could definitely make Jay's movie. Let me tell you.
Correct. Dream it into being, guys. Dream it into being.
Yes, that's right. Got it. Very much so. Yes. Yes. Velocipaster. That's the one. Thank you, Sarah. I knew that was the thing, but yeah. There's very creative people in movies and I love it. So bring on the weirdness. Let's go. With that, we're going to get out of here. Thanks to Daniel. Thanks for the chat. Hit him up all over the places. Hopefully he'll follow you back.
I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Anytime. Yeah. Bye.
I will. Yeah. Bye.